Don't forget to like and subscribe and find us on iTunes and Spotify. And leave a comment to keep it educated. Welcome back to another episode of Educated Discussions. I'm joined with
Elmo, who's ready to the duel.
Okay. We're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, Elmo. We're going to talk about another, eventually, Funimation property.
The digital monsters?
The digital monsters. No!
Oh, what? Oh, I didn't read the title.
We're talking about Pokemon Go today.
I love mongos. Pokemon
Go just celebrated its 5th anniversary, Elmo. That's 5 years this game has been out. Okay? And that was on July 6th, 2016. A game that was originally teased as an April Fool's joke years prior to that actually came out and became extremely successful.
You said April Fool's joke was the origin. What's the date now?
What do you mean?
When we're recording this, what's the date? It's July 13th.
July 13th.
It's too late in the year for April Fool's jokes because there's no way that game's been out for 5 years on my phone.
Okay, I see what you did there. Yeah. Man, do you remember what a storm that was when that came out?
Yeah, remember my wedding? We were looking for Growlithe in tuxedos?
Yeah, I actually have written here in my notes. Your best man made a Pokemon Go joke.
Among others.
For his speech at the among others. For his speech at your wedding. So if that's recorded somewhere, that lives on in infamy.
Much like my Arcanine I later accidentally released the day after my wedding.
I remember that day during your wedding. My wife was trying to catch a Growlithe, and she only had a limited amount of balls. The game was still new, right? What day was your wedding? Was it in August?
Yeah, no,
it was also July, right?
Yeah, it was July.
Oh, okay. Well, happy anniversary soon.
Oh, thank you. No, it was the 10th.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Anyways, I remember her trying to catch a Growlithe, and she ran out of balls. And then you're like, the game's free. Just buy more balls.
Oh yeah.
She bought more balls and still wasted all of them. And I think she eventually caught it, but we were still new to the game, and in the end, that was a worthless. It wasn't very high CP or anything.
Hey, back in the day, before we knew what IVs were, you gotta get what you can get.
That's true. Yeah. Well, if you haven't guessed already, this podcast will be reminiscing on the release of Pokemon Go and just the wave it created across the earth. To me, the preceding months after this game released, that was probably the closest to world peace there ever was. Ever.
Our local park definitely had a lot of people
that was
trying to be peaceful with their drugs.
Oh, God.
I remember the smell.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
People of all walks of life were at the park that day.
That's what I was going to tell you. The cool thing about this game is that typically, Pokemon, before this, honestly, I want to say this elevated Pokemon to a different level of acceptance and fame across everyone. Definitely put the name out a little bit more, and usually Pokemon is associated either with like children or gamers that have played them, and grew up or whatever. They still have like old card collection and play the Game Boy games and the DS games and everything. But it's associated with gamers. When this game came out, there was parents, grandparents, toddlers, nerds, jocks, girls, all playing at once.
Jock girls, too.
Jock girls. Yeah, everybody. Like, it was crazy. And not only was everyone out there doing the exact same thing, everyone was talking to each other. Hey, where'd you get that? Oh, it's over here. If you go to the end of the dock, there's a freaking Golduck. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
I remember there was a large sprint by a large amount of people.
For the Charizard?
For a Dragonair.
Oh, okay.
In particular, I remember in my searches for Pokemans.
Yeah, I had it written down here. So we're at that park that we went. This was a local park that had obviously a lot of space. It was, wide open, but it also had a lot of Pokestops there, and because of the stops, of course, a lot of Pokemon.
I mean, at the time, it was a lot. It was like 3.
Yeah, but they were all in close proximity. No, there was the
well, there was that,
flagpole,
but there was
and
definitely
there
that
was
loop that everyone.
the
There was
dock.
like the nice like little pathway that you could drive and Pokestop.
Correct, yeah. So this was like the hot spot. Like it was packed into the late hours of the night. And what I have written down here is this is me playing at night. It's quiet, doing my thing. All of a sudden, yo, there's a Charizard over here. Yo, the wave, the mob of people that ran from my location close to the Pokestops to the one solo stop out in the distance was it. I've never seen anything like it. There was so many people just all charging. And let me tell you, I clicked on that Charizard. Did not catch it. Broke my heart.
Yeah, I could see, especially in those days.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how to curve a ball. I didn't understand how the ring, closing in on the Pokemon as you're trying to catch it. What that, I didn't know yet. So it was still fresh, but...
Folks, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And comment how dumb Felipe is for not figuring out how the circle worked. I agree with him.
Okay.
But some of you are already itching to type that in. So please do that.
No, I know how it works now. I have...
No, he doesn't.
Dude.
He sees a Meowth and he's like, is that a Mewtwo?
Meowtwo? No. I still play to this day. Nowhere near as much as I used to. But I try to turn it on daily to get my spin, see what's around me, hit a couple tasks, stuff like that. If there's a community day, I'm there. Now, to me, community days, something that wasn't there originally from the start.
Are you still going to the park for those?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, due to like the COVID stuff, Niantic made it really easy for you to do this at home without really leaving anywhere. I'm like, I still go to places that have like a decent amount of stops, but I use the incense now. I use the lures, all that stuff. So anything I can at my disposal to make it easier to do it, especially on the community days. But typically, since they're on the Saturdays and weekends, I'm usually out and about anyways. I'm doing stuff with my family, and I have like my phone out there like during the drive or like I try to go to parks and stuff, during the weekend or anything, stores, and I have it out. So I usually do pretty well on the community days. And to me, before COVID, community days was the closest that we've had
to the original boom.
To the original boom. Still even then, nowhere near as much. Mm-hmm. But you can still look at crowds of people and like, I know what they're doing. They're trying to catch Guyble.
Gibble? Guyble?
I think it's Guyble.
That game caused our local parks' hours to change.
Yes, I have that written down as well. Due to people being people and trashing and bringing drugs and
fireworks
and fireworks and ringing alarm bells because they thought it was funny. So due to everyone gathering and playing Pokemon, eventually you get tired of doing that. And when you're like a young buck, a young kid out there, and you're troublemaker, young teens just kind of ruining everything. Those late nights that I would stay up till like 1 or 2 playing this freaking game. Mm-hmm. They had to close at like a 9 or 10, and they actually had like gates that I never even knew were there until this I've happened. Not seen these. Yeah, they had to actually. There was like legit gates at the entrance to the park, and they had. You can go around them, but not by car. Mm-hmm. So you would definitely be trespassing. Yeah, man, it's like that's how crazy it got. No one was ever at this park past like 8 p.m. and it was packed. People got smart. They started selling shirts and portable chargers that had like little stickers on them and stuff, like custom things, like for the Team Instinct, Team Mystic, Team Valor. Team Valor being the MVP, of course, of all that.
How?
Because I'm Team Valor due to the fact that you had already chosen Mystic and my wife had already chosen Instinct. So I'm like...
So instead of like piggybacking and being smart...
No, I'm like, let me be different. And then it turns out Team Valor was the way to go. So
that isn't true.
Look at all the stops around here.
I can't say it.
Not stops, gyms.
I can't say it on the mic, but there was one specific comment about Team Mystic said by some drug-smoking teenagers that you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
If you want to know, make sure to comment that you want to know what this is.
Maybe I will respond to it.
Yeah.
Elmo can't due to
Just
his occupation.
Yeah. Nothing as good ever came with valor. Malor. There's nothing.
You don't need a slogan, man.
They sure are
speak
slow
for ourselves. We speak for ourselves. No, our actions speak louder than words.
There we go. It doesn't make sense.
Just I'll cut that out. No,
I remember when they explained the teams. Like I was like, no, I'm gonna be Team Instinct. I'm gonna be Team Instinct. And I remember thinking like the explanation for the teams. I immediately thought Valor. That's dumb. Team Instinct. I was like, I'm gonna pick that one. And they explained it. I was like, And the way they eloquently put Mystic down in words, I was like, that had to be the team.
Yeah. Nah, that was the worst one. Anyways, no, it turns out Instinct was, at least around here, there was like no Instinct gyms. It's funny. But anyways.
I'm laughing.
Instinct. At what point did you have an inkling that this game was going to be like big, like as big as it got?
I mean, it was really it was that time we went to the park. It was like midnight or close to it, and I saw people in the community that I knew of that I just did not expect, who worked at like local schools.
Right.
And I was like, what is this woman doing here this late at night with her phone with her Pokemon Go? Also, I went to London shortly thereafter.
Okay.
For the honeymoon. And we went on the Harry Potter studio tour.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
And there were a ton of people trying to catch Pokemon while in Hogwarts. I specifically remember catching I think it was a Zubat. Yeah, a Zubat.
Whoa.
While in Dumbledore's office. Okay.
That makes it
That's
better.
Tight.
Yeah, it is tight.
That's what the kids say.
That's what the kids still say, right? Still say it. That's lit.
But I'll never transfer that beautiful Zubat. I also thought it was weird at the time. This is a anecdote. For some reason in England or London, there were a ton of drowsy. I don't know what they were trying to say about the locale. There were just a ton of drowsy. And at the time, it was like, that was really cool to have.
Yeah.
But anyway, it really was that park moment. Mm-hmm. And then just being in another country and still seeing it. It was those little lines connecting.
Well, that was... Okay, so that was... I get what you're saying there. I meant like before it got big. Did you have a feeling that it was going to? Because my story specifically is... I remember hearing... I did the April Fool's joke. So what it originally was, it was like, hey, go on Google Maps. And there was something you can type in on Google Maps, and then like, hey, your trainer would be there on the screen, and you would see Pokemon pop up or whatever. That was it. So it was just something silly they did for April Fools, and then like, this game could be a cool idea. So I knew this game was coming out, and I was kind of excited for it. Oh, Pokemon in real life, but we'll see how it actually does, And I remember like I was at work that day, and then like I think, we weren't even... My girlfriend at the time, before we got married, 5 years, jeez. She texted me and was like, hey, I'm playing this Pokemon Go game. And she mentioned her friend's name as well, that you know as well. And yeah, we're both playing. I caught this thing called the Zubat. And I was like, my girlfriend's playing this game before I am. And I'm the gamer, So once I saw that happening, I'm like, this has a good potential here. And then, of course, shortly after, that game just erupted and just took the media by storm.
It camera erupted.
Oh my god! Not yet. It was only the 150 for a while. But yeah, man. It was dominating the news. There was people smashing into cars because they were paying attention to their phones. But there was also good stories. Yeah, there was a lot of people like, oh, I found a dead body because I was trying to get a Kangaskhan. So there was like weird stories like that. But
I'm a liar. It was a Krabby. I'm going to show you the picture.
You freaking liar, man. I thought it was a Zubat.
No.
I'm like, because he got the Phoenix. So it makes sense.
No, it was a Krabby.
Now he's a Krabby. He's just an upset Dumbledore. Because he's Krabby.
Dumbledore's right there. His
that's cool.
His outfit, at least, on a mannequin.
You got to send me that so I can
I'll put that on
there. But yeah, it just took the media by storm. There'd be like stuff where like there'd be
I apparently got an Abra there too. Oh my gosh. Abra plus Krabby makes Zubat in my brain.
Right, that makes sense.
I'll send you both of those. Continue.
There'd be like an overweight person saying, "This is actually the most exercise I've gotten," because the game, of course, forces you to go outside and be mobile. You know, if you want to hatch some eggs, you gotta walk around. So there'd be like cool stories like that frequently. So I thought at least that initial year, definitely the first few months, but it still died down, but it was still popping like a lot. And you'd be able to, then people like honk by and be like, hey, Team Valor, you know, like just randomly, or like honk, like, I know what you doing, whatever. So like, man, what a time to be alive.
It is unfortunate that the hype is not where it used to be, because those were very fun times.
They were, man.
Pointing out, yo, that's Team Mystic.
Now that was also before like our responsibilities kind of caught up with us. This was before we had children.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I guess, did you have a house then? I think you did. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. I didn't. So, but regardless, responsibilities hadn't caught up to us yet, so we definitely had more time to just hang out and whatever. So I don't know, man. It's sad. I miss those days, but you know, I get it. We've grown. It's been 5 years. 5.
It's April Fools. Don't tell me that. Next, you're gonna tell me Shrek is 20 years old.
No. That movie just came out, right?
No.
Yeah. So pretty much, we're just here to celebrate Pokemon Go and what it meant to us. And did you have any more anecdotes or any more stories? Because I have one that happened to you. I was waiting for you to tell it.
No, you do it.
I feel like you'd tell it better.
No, because I don't know what story you're thinking of. So I'm
while you
curious.
were driving.
Oh, with the car, and then my stupid. Who puts a stump? Okay, I gotta move away from the bike. Listen, if you're listening, person on this road that I will not clarify, there is no reason you should just have a tree stump that no one can see in their rearview mirror placed in such a tight like street, like little it's not even a cul-de-sac. Like, you're a stupid person. I'm sorry. And you know, for me breaking a little piece of my car because I wasn't paying attention.
Because you were playing Pokemon Go.
No, I was the one driving. I was driving all you heifers.
That's right. Yeah, you're like, I forgot what it was. Like, I was using that spoofing.
Yeah, there was
not spoofing. I never spoofed.
Correct.
But there was a radar.
You did not.
There was a radar, and they're like, "Yo, there's a I don't know what it was."
It let you look up.
Right. That was before like Niantic really like cracked down on it. I'm like, oh. And honestly, by the time I figured this out, we only had it for like 2 weeks.
Tail end.
Yeah, but anyways, we're like, "Yo, there's a whatever over there. There's a Hitmonlee. Can you take us?" And you decided to drive us.
I remember
there.
not wanting to like go down certain streets, and that was one of the ones I felt bad. Like, I had a feeling about.
And you backed into this stupid stuff.
And my car's fine. It just has this scar for the rest of its life on like the.
Oh, it's still.
Yeah, I never fixed that.
Oh, okay.
It's still there. You still see the rear, the crack. But who puts a stump there? It's not even a Sudowoodo. Like.
Yeah. I have a similar story. I was driving. Now, keep in mind, I'm aware that driving and Pokemon Going is It's not a good combo. However, I did this at an empty parking lot, right? This was during how you said you can drive through that park and whatever. This was during the middle of the day. There's no one there, so I was being relatively safe, even though it's not. But whatever. I'm driving. I'm trying to see what's going on here, and all of a sudden I hear. I'm like, whoa! And I move over,
and it's a crumpled bike with a small child.
Jesus, how'd you know? Oh no,
I was the kid.
Oh, okay. Oh, plot twist. No, thankfully my car didn't get beat up, but it was what are they called? The hubcap, and that's scraped to this day from that. So I never fixed it either. However, I did lose a hubcap from another wheel, and now I'm gonna probably just replace all of them eventually.
You notice he said eventually. You notice Felipe said eventually, which means it's going to be like 3 years.
I just get a new car.
Yeah. A small story that it still brings joy to my life this day. I remember I was at the park that we've mentioned a few times now, and this was still at a point where it was early, so you were getting a lot of like the you could call them the casuals.
Right.
Like the people who are new to Pokemon.
Yeah, everyone's talking about it. So let me download the app, kind of deal.
And there was a family, and this one kid who clearly didn't know the Pokemon's names.
Oh yes,
it's like, Dad, there's a triple-headed sausage. And I remember being like, I'm gonna go creep up near this family so I can get this Doug trio, and I named him Trip Sausage.
Nice.
And I am under the belief that I still have this Pokemon to this day.
Okay, I didn't. I don't remember that one specifically. I must have been a day, or I wasn't near you or whatever. But I definitely did hear a lot of mispronunciations on Pokemon.
Who's Pikachu?
Okay, not that one. But like, I don't know. Someone said Growlithe in like the strangest way. Growlithe. I'm like, okay.
Do you want a picture of Trip Sausage, by the way, just for proof?
Sure.
I mean, I guess you could just doctor this.
Photoshop
Yeah.
But...
No, it says I called him 2016. That was on 9/9/2016.
That's next month.
That's the day before my wedding.
Wait, no, it's not. No, 2 months.
The day before my wedding. No, that's September.
Yeah, what are you...
God, I'm thinking of... Whatever. It was after it.
It's been 5 years. It's okay. You can forget the day. This...
Make sure to comment if he doesn't edit that in.
Yeah, I probably won't. Well, if you don't send it to me...
No, I'm screenshotting it right now.
Okay. This game was the first time I've ever needed to buy a battery, like a portable battery charger. I remember when that game first came out, it would suck.
You would think there was a Magnemite on your phone stealing everything.
Yeah. It's come a long way, man. Like, I mean, when the game first came out, it was just, that's it. You literally just caught Pokemon. You couldn't even battle each other.
Like, just walking around like idiots together.
There wasn't even gyms. The gyms came out like a couple months later, but yeah, man, it's crazy. Now you got buddies, you got quests, you got raids, you got...
I definitely am not keeping up with the challenges like you are. So there's probably a ton more that you know.
Sure. I try to do them if I can, but there's one of them is like, take a snapshot of a Landorus or something, or Tornadus. I don't know that. The ones I don't mispronounce right, not the gens I played, just so you know. But whatever, Tornadus. I'm like, I don't have him, so I can't take a picture of him, so I can't complete this quest.
You're definitely more well-versed in the Pokemon Go, though. Because I remember there was a long point where I think it was... I kept being like... I thought my game was like glitched, and then after a while, I'm just like, I must be something I don't know. They updated. It was just giant circles, like dark circles would show up on the map. And it took several weeks, if not months. I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt and say weeks. And I didn't know, if you zoom out, it was like Team Rocket on a hot air balloon.
Yeah, they got Team Rocket, everything. It was cool. Like, you know, it's fun that a game like that, especially it being free. Like, of course, there's the microtransactions in there that you don't have to. That I honestly haven't spent too much in the game. Like, I feel like compared to other people.
I've given them less than $5.
No way. Oh, okay.
Dude,
I want to say I'm probably in the closer to maybe like $50 range.
482 Great Balls. Why would I need to give them money?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I know. You know, you good. Now, I'd say I'm probably closer to like 50 because I bought like the Go Fest ticket. That was like $15 and little things like that. But for the most part, I haven't spent that much in it. And for a game to give me that many hours for free,
I've gotten my sub $5 worth and then some.
I've gotten way more than I think I'm just kind of like being generous. Like I say 50, but honestly I think it's less, but let's just say 50 to be nice. I've got way more worth than that. Like, this game was
you got a shiny Charizard.
I got a shiny...
People on Twitter, that's twitter.com/ed_discussions. People on Twitter, they be trying to get your Charizard.
They're trying to trade, but
you're just...
I'm going to hang on.
Shiny Charizards are just... There's a special place in our heart.
Too hard to come by. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier, it's like it was part of my daily routine for the very longest time. Like, I wake up, boom. Like, at one point I lived like in an apartment, and I don't know what it was about this specific apartment or the room I was in, but I'd wake up and there'd just be like 10 Pokemon there, all real close to me. So I'm like, made it easier. So yeah, I would just wake up, I'd have it on while I'm driving. Again, I wouldn't play, but I'd have it on just so I can catch the eggs. Now, I know that after a certain speed, it doesn't count anymore, but it would count as you slow down for lights and as you slowly speed back up. So it would slowly
I went on a few extra bike rides.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Oh, you also bought the Poke Plus, whatever it was?
I did. It helped, but it was just annoying to have this extra thing. on you. Because even now, like I have a smartwatch like that I kind of need for work because I'm not allowed to be on my phone in the specific job that I'm in. So having the smartwatch is cool just so I know if someone's trying to contact me or text or anything. So I can just leave so I don't have to keep checking my phone. So I don't even like wearing that and I need it. So now I'm like, right now I don't even have it on. I take it off when I get home. So I did not want that bracelet. I did try to take it off the bracelet and like put it on my sock or on my shorts, but then I would forget it. So it worked. It was
Been
cool.
through the wash 4 times.
I never did that, thankfully, but I have it somewhere. I just, whatever. I kind of like seeing, I like playing it enough that I would like to do it myself anyway. So, yeah.
Did you ever get into the megas? Like the mega evolutions?
No, that one was.
It was like
you have to
a
do the
limited
raids.
time. Like they wouldn't stay that form.
Right, that's the thing I don't like. Like it makes sense in the games a little bit. Like you can only do 1 mega or whatever, and then you can use them kind of as like your secret weapon or your last resort. Like while you're doing while you're battling someone. But in this one, you have to like first find that raid, beat it, which already is kind of tough to sometimes. Like to get a group together just to even do a raid. Like I feel like I'd want to do a raid for something I don't have. Now I know you might not have that mega yet, but if I'm not mistaken, you had to complete that raid a few times before you have enough energy to evolve that Pokemon into a mega. And again, you can only do that once a raid. It was just, to me, it wasn't worth the hassle. Like I'm not that much into the raids because I never played a game that had them as part of like what do you remember what gen it was that introduced that?
The X and Y.
Okay, I never played those.
6?
Sure. I never played those. I did play Sun and Moon, and they had them in there. And I thought, this is cool. I like the way Mega Alakazam looked and Mega Swampert looked. They were cool. But that was it. Like that wasn't something that I
People
personally...
like that Black Charizard, Mega Charizard with the blue smoke coming out of the side.
Yeah.
No. I hate that is the Charizard that people...
It's just because he's a different color.
Yeah,
Everyone loves the shiny Charizard. He's black.
Just get a shiny Charizard and then do the other Mega Evolution, and he looks way cooler.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'll bring my 3DS.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I didn't. Did you ever do that on Pokemon Go?
No, I heard about it like way after it was a part of the game, and it just sounded like that is not something I want to get myself.
Yeah, I remember you've definitely been winding down in this game for a while now, and every now and then I'd be like, "What was the last? You catch any trap pinch?" Like, what do you mean? Like, no, it's community day. He's like, oh, I didn't know. I'll check.
I don't. How are you keeping up with it?
It tells you the notifications are on
Okay.
every time I log.
Oh,
well,
I
the
don't
thing
have
is,
that.
I log in. Like I said,
Why
I log
are there
in.
fireworks right now?
It's the celebration. That's why
What
we're
do I
doing
get?
this cast.
What do I get?
It's the.
Oh, they
50th
knew about the
anniversary.
podcast.
They know. About
They
the
know.
cast. They're celebrating us.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, but
Follow us on Twitter
at ed_discussions. However, Felipe,
yes,
it's a 5-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see this game in another 5 years? Like, what is the progression you see? Do you see yourself still doing this in 5 years when your daughter's 7?
I would love for it to still be out in 5 years. I don't think it will be. If it is, it would be one of those things where they just stop supporting it. They're like, hey, the game's out there if you want to play, but it's
still making money. You don't think it could make it another 5?
It can, but like honestly, they're really close to catching up to where the games are, already. Like I think they're already teasing like I forgot what gen it was, but where Rowlet's in it and Litten and everything, like that's pretty close. Like they just have one more gen after that, and then they're caught up. So like, what can they really do? Are they gonna start doing like Pokemon contests now, like and copy what they did back in Ruby and Sapphire? Like I don't know. Like they're gonna eventually kind of run out of ideas, or they'll make ideas that just don't really fit, or maybe only exclusive to Pokemon.
They got
Go.
enough money. They could hire some guy who has some.
I'm sure they can, but you're playing less. My wife definitely ain't playing that much anymore.
I have it on right now. I haven't been listening for the last 30 minutes.
You are playing it.
I see this.
You're putting me in my place.
I see this Bidoof. Why would I pay attention?
Yeah. And so it's and I'm winding down like a little bit on it. I definitely don't play nowhere near as much as I used to. I mean, I still like to support it due to the memories. Like there's actually this weekend there's going to be the Pokemon Go Fest, and instead of $15 this year, it's $5. I'll give them $5.
It's a bargain.
Huh?
That's a bargain.
It is. I'm gonna do it. Will I take advantage of the whole day? Probably not. I'll probably forget or like whip, like take it out and then like, oh yeah, this is a grass hour, so that means all the grass Pokemon are out. So I'm going back to the park. But whatever. So
I'm gonna make an alarm in my phone right now.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
It's July 2021, right? 2
was what?
3 4 5. I'm going to July. What's the date again? The 15th?
Today's the 13th. Yeah.
I'm making an alarm. July 13th, 2026. I'm going to name it Felipe. Still Pokemon going?
Question mark?
I've spelled still many times wrong.
Oh. Yeah.
We're gonna see. We're gonna update you in 5 years, and we're gonna listen. We don't have so many subscribers by then. So think about you getting in on the ground floor now.
Yeah.
You, the listener. I'm looking at the mic right now.
Yeah. No, but you're talking to their soul. They feel it. Little Jimmy, who's in Nebraska right now, and he's listening to the podcast. He sees you staring.
Whatever people, I'm very gracious you exist in Washington that
Watch your back, Jimmy.
Listen, no, don't do that. Mark it on your calendars, folks. When Educated Discussion makes it big, July 2026, we're going to see if Felipe is still playing Pokemon Go.
I'll be honest if I am or not. I have a feeling I won't be. Unless they do something crazy to revamp this game and get the... I don't see what that could be, though.
I mean, it sure wasn't the Harry Potter version.
No.
I tried to get in on that, and
I didn't even.
There's too much going on.
I love Harry Potter, and I didn't even download it. No.
That was what I do wonder. Someone new going to Pokemon Go. It was like a gradual like addition of upgrades or updates, and in the Harry Potter one, I was like, "There's so much going on immediately." I feel like the
thing is, it doesn't make too much sense for Harry Potter. Like Pokemon Go makes sense because it's like, well, that's literally the whole point of the series.
You know how many Hagrids I got? I got like 12 hippogriffs.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So
Pokemon it wasn't exactly
because there's animals and you catch them. That's literally the point. So it translated so perfectly to a mobile experience. And back then, I mean, I don't use it anymore, but people were actually out using the actual cameras. That's probably why it drained the battery even faster. They would take pictures of or whatever, and they would actually use their cameras to see them in the real world settings.
Yeah, like I take that off. The Harry Potter ones I got with in Dumbledore's office with the Krabby.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I don't use that anymore because that makes it more difficult. to catch them. So I just do the default.
Halves the frame rate.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I'll still be playing it in 5 years. But if Niantic could do something to prove me wrong, I'd be open to hear it. But no, I don't think so.
Comment if you think he's a liar, because I think he is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still occasionally turn it on too. So I just can't think of a reason why I would delete it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even if I stop playing, like, what? I don't know if I want to delete it. Because, like, what if I don't log in? I lose it. I'm level
shiny
39,
armor,
I think.
Shiny armor.
What level you at?
Mewtwo.
What level you at?
I'm
38.
I clicked the wrong. I'm 34. And leveling up sure slows down.
Child's play.
Listen, you know how much XP I need? I need 1,250,000.
Yeah, dude. I remember once I hit level 20. And it was like, all right, to level up, all the XP that you needed to get to level 20 is what you have to get to level up once. Or something like that. And I was just like, what? It took so long to get here. And now I'm at 30 and it's just, I've been at 38 for like this whole year, I think.
You know, maybe Felipe's not lying. Because if you look at his wife's account, she has not opened a gift from me for many months.
Yeah, correct. She opened it up today because she saw that there was like a Pikachu with balloons, to celebrate the 5-year anniversary. She's like, oh, I want that. I'm like, all right, well, open up your app. She opened it up and there was just all shadows like in her nearbys or whatever, which wasn't a thing before.
Yeah,
but it's all shadows because she hasn't caught them.
New Pokemon.
And then they weren't new. It's like Bidoof and freaking
Zangoose.
Oshawott and stuff like
hey,
these guys.
Oshawott's okay.
Whatever. So, yeah, I think it's been a strong 5 years, and
there's 5 more.
I don't think so, but I just wanted to put out there that Niantic, thank you for all the fun,
and thank you for taking my wife's Pokestop and updating the picture so that it no longer is her painting that is a Pokestop.
Wait, what?
So when you click on a Pokestop, it has an image of the location. Yeah. There was a painting. It was like a mural. Mm-hmm. And guess what? My wife painted that mural, but then they changed the picture.
Those jerks. You know why? You know why they did that? Say why.
Because Pokemon Go away. Because
she don't play.
She made it to like level 6 and stopped.
Yeah,
so,
see,
you know that
and
was
they held
karma,
the grudge.
I guess. Yeah, they knew.
Like, man, this chick right here. I'll tell you right now, she don't know a Zubat from a
Golbat.
So, anyways, that's it. Those were our Pokemon Go memories. If you have any fun memories, comment below. Let me know. I want to hear them.
And make sure to tweet Felipe at ed_discussions to remind him over the next 5 years to keep playing Pokemon Go so I can be right.
Perfect. All right, yeah, make sure you do that, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Alrighty, well, thank you for listening today. I hope our audience has a fantastic day. And I just want you guys to keep it educated.
And keep it discussed. At the gym, I just feel like I don't want to be bothered when I'm alone. Just singing alone. I thought the headphones was enough to be like, hey, I'm a person that doesn't want to be bothered. You think the mask would double that now? It's still talking to me.
Yeah, no.
You want ice cream, anybody?
No, thank you.
I mean, I do, but I can't.